You didn't start your business to become a content creator. Yet here you are trying to figure out, how the hell am I going to find the time to create all this content I need to market my business? Content repurposing helps you squeeze all the life out of that content. Get every morsel of value out of the content you've already created instead of constantly having to create new content. And learning how to repurpose is going to save you a lot of time, money, and hassle. So that's exactly what we're going to look at today: how to repurpose content into social media posts, blog posts, and emails. But first, if you are new to me or my channel, hello, I am Sarah Jane, your friendly neighborhood copywriter and content strategist. I've got over a decade of experience in content marketing, and I specialize in writing copy that's packed with personality for brands that are sick of manipulative bro marketing tactics. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, subscribe to my channel for more content and copywriting tips that you can actually put to use in your small business. Now, let's dive into the good stuff. So let's start with how to repurpose content into social media posts. So you can take any larger piece of content and basically distill down its main points and create a social post. So let's say you wrote a blog post, 5 tips on how to do something. You can take each one of those 5 tips, condense the information, distill down the main points, and create a social post out of each tip. Then you can create a carousel post that includes all 5 tips, plus in the caption gives you a little context around these tips. You can always lead your audience to the original longer post to get more information, but you just got 6 social posts out of 1 longer post. Another even easier way that you can repurpose content into social posts is to go back and find your best performing social post from 6 months to a year ago. Look in your Instagram and Facebook insights, which ones got the most likes, shares, comments, saves, and take those posts, zhuzh them a little bit, and repost them. So you can take it word for word, change the hook, maybe the opening line, definitely grab a new image, change the CTA so that it makes sense with whatever you're offering now, and repost it. That might sound like cheating, but because of the algorithm, only a certain percentage of your audience actually sees the stuff you post. So there's a good chance that a large percentage of your audience didn't see it the first time around. And even if they did, they don't remember it. There's a lot of stuff going on the internet. So that's an easy way to literally make a couple tweaks and repost. You've got your social posts. When it comes to repurposing content for blog posts, there are a few different things you can do. I like to take my best performing blog posts. So dig into Google Analytics or whatever platform analytics you're using. Find out which blog post drove the most traffic, had the most comments, had the most shares, and then turn that into a blog series. So let's say your highest performing blog post was that post, 5 tips on how to do something. What you might do is then create a series where each of those 5 tips gets its own full-blown blog post where you elaborate on that tip, provide more context, more information, bam. You can also take old posts that you posted 6 months to a year ago and update them with new information, update the statistics, and then republish them. A lot of the times you'll see this happening for the best webcams of 2022. Well, when 2023 rolls around, instead of writing a brand new article, the blog will just take the article, update it a little bit. So maybe some new webcams have come out, so we add those, but we keep some of the old ones that are, good forever. And then bam, we have best webcams of 2023. All we had to do was update some stuff. Another really easy way to get more content out of blog posts is to just republish them on Medium and LinkedIn. Wait a couple weeks between when you publish it on your site and when you publish it on LinkedIn and Medium so that Google has a chance to crawl your site, see that you posted the blog post there, and then recognize that that's the original source of the blog post. And that's all for SEO reasons. Now for emails, a really great way to repurpose content for emails is to create a resource roundup email. This is something I did a lot in my corporate life, where I was working with these brands that just had a lot of content that they wanted to bring some new life to. Basically, you'll take whatever content you have around a specific topic and create a resource roundup. So that could be blog posts, videos, webinars, could be all 3. You're basically curating that content handing it to your audience and saying, here's all my best content on this topic, so they don't have to do any searching for it. That's a really easy way to give new life to your old content without having to create new content. I'd love to know what you have trouble with when it comes to repurposing. So tell me in the comments what you struggle with when it comes to repurposing, and I will help you out. When you make repurposing a regular part of your content creation process, you'll find that you're saving a bunch of time and the whole content creation process gets easier because you're getting more value out of the content you've already created, so you don't have to create as much new content. How do you find which content to repurpose? A content calendar is a great way to do that. So when you have a content calendar, you have, a bird's eye view of all the content you've created. So you're able to see where you have repurposing opportunities. You might see all the blog posts on your content calendar, and then okay, I can repurpose each one of those blog posts into 3 or 4 social posts. I have a really cool content calendar template. I know I'm biased, but it's pretty cool. And it's totally free. You can download it at the link in the description. And this content calendar is going to help you kind of see where your repurposing opportunities are just by helping you keep your content organized. It's in Google Sheets, so it's free to use, totally customizable, very easy to navigate. So check that out. And don't forget, I want to know what you struggle with when it comes to repurposing content. So tell me in the comments so that I can help you out. And maybe I'll make another video on whatever you struggle with. Until next time, friends.